Hello and welcome to another tip. This is all about how to create your very own podcast. Yes, podcasting, it is becoming part of the mainstream. Most people in the world have now heard about podcasting and go to podcasts to listen to things that they're interested in, to be entertained, to be relaxed, to be educated, to be informed, and more. So if you have a passion for something and you just simply want to use podcasting to express yourself, a mere form of enjoyable creativity, podcasting is for you. If you are an expert in something, you have information or knowledge to share with the world, podcasting is another great avenue to reach lots of people, help lots of people, and be in their pocket all of the time. Now, I started my Course Creators podcast initially back in late 2015, early 2016. I can't remember the exact date. And it's been something that I found really, really fun. And more importantly, a lot easier to do than I originally thought it was going to be. I don't know what I had in my head about how it was done, but it's actually a lot simpler than a lot of people think. So what I'm not going to do in this video is give you an in-depth tutorial on how to do podcasting. There are other training that I do on that topic. But what I do want to do is just give you a very brief overview of the main things you want to consider if you're thinking about setting up a podcast, so that you can start getting some ideas into your head and kind of understand what the main things will be that you need to do. So I am going to just share my screen with you to give you a little bit of an idea here. So I'm going to pop this screen sharing on and jump up here. So look, if you have dreams of, your kids going onto Spotify and going, Mum, Dad, Auntie, Uncle, you're on Spotify. I'm on iTunes. You can do this. Anyone can do this. And as long as you have a bit of passion, some courage, because, it's hard to put yourself out there to the world, but a bit of courage, a bit of passion, and the willing to learn just a few new things, you can do this too from your own home with an internet connection. So what are the main things you need to do? Well, first of all, you need an idea. You need to have some idea as to what topic it is that you're going to be doing your podcast about. Now, ideally, you want to kind of stick to one particular main theme. Now, within that theme, you could explore lots of ideas, lots of topics, have lots of different kinds of discussions, but it's going to be more searchable for you, for your students, for your listeners, if you have sort of one clear thing that you primarily focus on talking about in your podcast. So that's first, is get the idea. Then obviously search a name. One of the best ways to do that is just type in your keywords for your topic in Spotify, in iTunes, whatever podcasting platform you listen to, just to kind of get an idea as to what's already out there, and get some ideas with names, and make sure that your name has the keywords of what people are likely to search for when they're looking for your topic. You're going for searchability, not necessarily funky names, right? You want people to be able to actually find it. Now, once you've got the idea, then obviously you're going to want to think about what's the kind of brand that you're going to go with, who is it that you're attracting, what kind of language and visuals are going to attract that particular audience. So you can see here, I've made mine really simple. I teach people about course creation, so mine's called the Course Creators Podcast. And then you go and make yourself a thumbnail that sums up your particular podcast. Now, you can make these yourself in Canva. If you've seen a recent video I've done about how to use Canva to create professional images, you can do this yourself completely free of charge. Alternatively, you can go and hire a designer if you want a designer to do it for you. So you've got your name, you've got your theme, your branding, your thumbnail. The next thing you want to do is come up with some ideas for at least your first 20 episodes minimum. So you've got a plan, like what you're going to be doing. You decide how often you're going to actually produce a podcast. I mean, some people podcast every day. Some people do it weekly, some monthly. There's no rule to it. But if you're going to keep people consistently coming back to you, you're going to want to have some kind of frequency that you stick to. So come up with your ideas, your topics for the first 20 episodes, get those filmed and get them up. Now, I say filmed, it can just be an audio recording. I like to film my podcast so that I can repurpose the videos to go on YouTube as well. If I'm going to sit down and spend my time producing content, I want that content to work as hard for me as possible in terms of bringing people back to my business, of being found in search results, but also so that I help more people. Some people like to listen, some people like to watch, some people like to read. So I personally will do a video cast, extract the audio, save as an MP3. Then I've got videos and I've got audios. I then transcribe the video so that I then have blog posts as well. So you can see that just from one activity, you can get multiple pieces of content that are going to help your audience and help you be found in search results. Now, in terms of software, this is where people go, oh my gosh, is it complicated? No, it's not. I mean, like everything, there is a complicated way of doing things, and there is a simple way. What you want to find is something called a podcasting hosting software. And there are millions out there, there are everything. There's all kinds of options. I used to use a piece of software called Libsyn, Libsyn, Libsyn. And I actually recently moved my podcast to podcast.co. This is saying it hasn't taken my payment. Woohoo! To podcast.co. I prefer podcast.co as my distribution platform to Libsyn. It feels a lot more modern. It has a lot more features in there, and it's just as well priced. So for $10 a month, I use this piece of software, and all you have to do is literally upload your audio file just to this platform, and this platform will auto distribute that podcast, that episode, to everywhere, to iTunes, to Stitcher, to Podbean, to Spotify, everywhere for you. It does it on your behalf. So if you've got your podcasting.co account for the first time, then all you need to do is quite literally just press add a podcast. You upload your cover image, you upload your description, and you're pretty much set up. Then once you've got your podcast uploaded, all you need to do is go to upload an episode. You grab your MP3 file, your audio file, and press open. Now, I'm not sure how well my internet's going to hold up here while I'm live streaming. So it's saying it's uploading at the moment. Now I'm going to cancel that because it's going to take a while and it's going to possibly affect the live stream that I'm doing at the moment. But as soon as it opens, it will then give you the opportunity to actually go into your episode. So I'm going to just click on an episode here for the moment. No, I'm not. Press stop.
So the biggest.
I'm going to pause it because it's going to take over the audio that I'm trying to do right now because I am live. But what it will allow you to do is it will then allow you to add the cover image, add the episode title, add a description, and press publish. And then boom, it's distributed across all of those podcast listening channels. So that's it. I mean, it's really, really simple. It's really straightforward. And in terms of the content that you can do, you can be really, really flexible with this. You can do, for instance, discussions with people. You may have heard a lot of podcast episodes where people are interviewing each other. They get experts to come on their show in particular topics that those listeners might be interested in. So if you're new to talking about your topic, if the thought of you kind of being the solo host is a bit scary, a little bit overwhelming, and you're thinking, I don't know if I can flow on my own, then bring somebody else in and make it more of a conversation. You might decide to go for more of a storytelling type of delivery. That's always great. People love entertainment. We have a movie industry and a literature industry for a reason. People love to be entertained with stories. That could be a method that you go for. You bring in case studies. You bring in people that are going to tell their stories about the topic that your podcast is in. Another way you can do it is quite simply go out there and use tools to go and find out what questions people are asking in your area of expertise. And each episode might be dedicated to you as the expert answering that question, providing the information that your audience are looking for. So, as you can see, podcasting is not hard. It's not scary in terms of the tech side of things. More than anything, the one thing you need to get over is just that fear, the fear of putting yourself out there. And I know it's easy to say. It's easy to say. It's very, very challenging to overcome that fear of criticism. Am I going to be trolled? Are people going to be mean to me? Are people going to leave rubbish comments? But what I always say is, if you're going out there to put yourself out to the world for the sake of creative expression, well, you're not going to get that sense of joy from your creative endeavors if you're not doing it. So just do it, right? You're never going to please everyone. You're always going to get a few whoopty crazy loos. But hey, this is about you being creative and expressing yourself. If you're going out there to create a podcast, to demonstrate your expertise in the field, to help people, to make a difference, to give to the world so that you get back, that's how business works, then, you are not going to help anybody, and definitely not your own bottom line if you don't do it. So from my perspective, and I know this is different for everyone, I find that the fear of criticism and things like that never really has gone away for me. I am a bit of a people pleaser, and I do I'm quite a sensitive creature, really. I do care what people think, and I think it would be insincere for me to say that I don't feel fear, because I do. But what I have found is that the more you do it, the more you put yourself out there, the easier it becomes to kind of ignore the fear and just do it anyway. It's almost like your body becomes more familiar with that sense of that, nervousness, butterflies in the tummy. What if I trip over my words? What if I sound like a complete wally? And what if people just think I'm crazy? I don't know. It's like it doesn't go. It just gets easier for you to learn how to manage those emotions, those thoughts and those feelings. And after practice, the more you do it, the more your body and your biological features get used to you being in that situation, the easier it becomes for you to actually speak and put a sentence coherently together. It just comes down to practice. So if you're doing it for the first time, these can all be pre-recorded. You don't have to do them live. Some people like to script, for people that they're just more comfortable reading, well then script. I know some amazingly successful podcasters who script every single episode, because for them, that's how they feel more comfortable doing their thing. That's how much they feel comfortable expressing themselves. For other people like me, you just might be happier to wing it and just go with the flow. That is part of your expression. It's letting out your voice in however way it comes. And that it can be as therapeutic as it can be amazing in finding your voice, who you are, how you speak, and how you help people. So why not give it a go? If podcasting is something you've been thinking about, take a deep breath, be brave, and go for it. I mean, what's there to lose? Now, if you guys would like more help like this, then come along and join my Edupreneur Academy, where I teach people how to make money online by sharing their expertise and their knowledge in different ways. You can go to sarahcordner.com/academy. That's showing up on the bottom there for you. And for just $47, you can actually access over 40 of my online courses. That covers everything from how to create courses of your own, how to create and publish books on Amazon, how to build an online business, how to do email marketing, how to market, promote, and sell your digital products, courses, and services, and much more, all just for $47, complete full access to all of those. If you found this video helpful, if you have any questions, pop them in the comments below. I will come back and answer them, but please do give it a like, give it a share, give it a comment. It's really, really helpful to me to know that this is helpful to you too. Otherwise, I'll see you real soon for another tip.